Hello everybody and welcome to this rather short preview video of Killing Floor 2. This game has actually gone into early access just today, and being a fan of the very first game, I just had to go ahead and buy it right away. I hope to not only be playing this in the future by myself, but I'm also going to play it together with some fellow YouTubers, for example Marvipan, whom some of you might already have grown to appreciate and love through our cooperative videos on Interstellar Marines and Damned. And I also hope to join forces with Daizoren, who's also already gotten a copy of this game. I'm going to put up channel links for both of them in the description of this video. They don't do quite the same sort of videos that I do. They're not focusing on flight sims, but actually a variety of games. But nonetheless, even if you're more like flight sim oriented, you should still give them a look. They're doing a grand job, and they both have a whole range of very cool and great videos on their channels. But coming back to Killing Floor, well, what exactly is so special about Killing Floor? Well, first of all, it's a wave-based cooperative shooter. So we have a team of human players. I think the maximum number of players currently is 6. And as one of those human characters, you actually have to survive a number of waves. In the course of a game, of course, each wave is going to become more and more difficult. You're going to face more enemies, you're going to face different and more powerful enemies, and each of those enemies actually is quite unique in the way they attack and their strong and weak points, etc. But not only are the monsters quite diverse, but you also have the choice of 4 different player classes. I'm currently playing as the support character. The support is mainly focusing on mowing down enemies with a shotgun, and it also has bonuses on locking down doors. You can actually weld them shut. Each and every door you can open and close, you can actually weld shut, and the support is specialized on that. Support can weld down doors much quicker than any other of the 3 other character classes. So that's one of the 4 player classes. The other, the Commando, the Berserker, the Commando. Well, just as a short description, the Commando is focused on assault rifles, and you can also spot enemies. Hold on. Here we are in the trading menu. You can actually see a whole variety of weapons available to us. They are actually split up on classes. So you can see the medic. One of the 4 classes has special weapons. I'm currently sporting a shotgun, a pump-action shotgun, and an assault rifle, which I actually picked up on the spot. So every time a wave starts, items get randomly distributed within the level. So you not only pick up ammunition boxes in the level, but you also can pick up weapons that are randomly distributed, or also Kevlar vests, which also reduce the damage you take from enemy attacks. But coming back to the character classes, so support is just one of 4 currently available classes. The others are the Commando, as said. He's your assault rifle guy. You can also detect cloaked units. There's actually one enemy, the Siren, I think it's called. Oh, no, not the Siren. Oh my god, I've completely forgotten the name of the enemy. It's basically a half-naked woman, and she's basically, for anybody who's not a commando, she's basically just visible as some kind of screen blur, but the commando actually can see her when she's within a certain distance. So that's one of the advantages of the Commando. He also gains a little bit of a health advantage over other classes. The other two classes are the Field Medic, who can actually heal other people. Well, everybody can do that actually, but he's more proficient at it, similarly to how a support is better at welding doors than the other classes. And just a few seconds ago you can actually see that cloaked female monster there doing a kind of a karate kick of sorts. And the fourth character class actually is the Berserker, who's your close combat melee guy. So he's actually very good at dealing with single, very powerful enemies. Of course, he's taking a little less damage from attacks because he has to get right up in the face of enemies and therefore has to take damage. But he's a very powerful character class and very unique, because all the other classes are basically just fighting with ranged weapons, all sorts of firearms, but the Berserker class is mostly about handheld held weapons such as katanas or chainsaws or whatnot. So we've just finished another wave off. As you can see, there's the half of the level is already covered in blood, so that's actually persistent, which is a nice touch that wasn't there in the first game. And the trader has also changed. Previously the trader was actually like a woman behind a counter, and now it's just this kind of pot that pops up at different spots where you can actually refill your ammunition, buy weapons, sell weapons if you picked up any weapons that you don't want to keep, or if you want to exchange weapons for more powerful ones, because you can't carry as many weapons as you like. There's a weight limit, so every weapon you carry around has a specific weight assigned to it, and I think you can carry around about 15 units worth of weapons, and yeah, not more than that. So you have to think about which weapons do I want to be using and what can I actually afford, because you actually have to buy your weapons first. And here we can see this door has actually been welded shut, but it's only a matter of time until the monsters are going to break through it. You can see weld integrity. That's going to show you how high the integrity on that door is actually. And we are being attacked by a whole bunch of invisible naked chicks, but not anymore. They're all dead. And I really like the support class. I've always been a fan of shotguns. They always give you this powerful feeling. They always pack a punch. You can mostly one-shot most of the smaller enemies. But unfortunately my two favorite classes of the first game are not in the game currently. One of my favorite classes was the Marksman, who actually had bonuses on some of the pistols and long-range weapons. There was actually a Winchester rifle in the first game, that or lever action rifle, which had a capacity of 10 rounds, and you could actually use it fairly for a fairly long time within one game, because it would deal a lot of damage on headshots, and the Marksman had a special bonus on headshots, so he would gain extra damage when achieving a headshot. And I think one of the penultimate weapons for the Marksman was actually a crossbow, which was very useful against some of the more powerful enemies like the Scrake and the Flesh Pound. I don't think we're going to see the Flesh Pound in this video because, well, you'll see anyways. But the Scrake, well, we are going to see he's like your tough guy with a chainsaw on one arm, and yeah, he's very dangerous. He actually usually takes a team effort to take down, and the Flesh Pound is even more powerful than that, so yeah, don't try to take one down all by yourself. The other class I've really loved to play in the first game was the Demolitions guy, who actually had a whole range of explosives to choose from. Amongst others, he had a single-shot M79 grenade launcher to use, and I think the penultimate weapon for the Demolitions guy was the M32 grenade launcher, which is like a 6-shot magazine revolver type grenade launcher, so that thing could really tear shit up. Unfortunately, reloading that thing was quite tedious, so you had to know when to actually make use of your weapon, because once you've used up all of your 6 shots, you would actually spend like the next 10 seconds reloading, or even more than that. But actually I think these two classes are going to be in the game at some point, because if you have a look at the trading menu there, you can actually see slots for sniper rifles and grenade launchers, so I guess we're going to see that in a future patch. And a new round has begun. This is actually on hard difficulty. There's actually a couple of difficulty levels, and I have to confess I've never managed to finish a game on hard difficulty yet. Especially, I guess this has to do because everybody's not really leveled up yet, because I think I'm a level 2 support at the moment and a level 1 commando. So and there's like 20 or 25 levels you can actually reach with each of the 4 character classes. In the old game it was like 5 or 6 levels, and for the last 1 or 2 levels of each character class it took quite a long time to get there. And you can see we're currently being followed by the Scrake. That was the guy, the mean guy with the chainsaw, and we're currently in deep shit. There's a siren, quite a nasty enemy. She's not so difficult on her own, but mixed up with other enemies she's quite a pain in the ass, because her screams can actually disable grenades. So yeah. And for a moment there we've been surrounded, and there's the Scrake. Oh, and I'm dead. Yeah, that's how a hard game usually ends up for me. Yeah, and my team actually got slaughtered there quite brutally. Okay, well, this is it for this short preview. I hope you guys enjoyed this small glimpse, and I'll see you guys in the next video.